In our daily lives, we use coins and banknotes to buy things. These are called regular or definitive coins. They have a fixed design that we see every day, like the Ashoka lion capital on one side and the value on the other. But sometimes, a country creates a special coin. This coin is not just for spending. It is made to celebrate a person, remember an important event, or honor a great achievement. These special coins are called commemorative coins. They are like little metal storybooks that fit in the palm of your hand. They tell us what a nation values and what it wants to remember for a very long time. Commemorative coins are different from the coins we use every day. They are minted in smaller numbers, which makes them rarer and more special. Their designs are unique and are created for a specific occasion. For example, a country might issue a coin for the 100th birthday of a national hero. Or it might celebrate a major scientific breakthrough or a global sporting event. These coins act as a bridge between the past and the present. They allow us to hold a piece of history and connect with the moments that have shaped our nation. For collectors, these coins are treasures that capture the spirit of their time. In India, the tradition of issuing commemorative coins is a vibrant one. It is a journey that reflects the country's own path since its independence. Each coin tells a part of India's story. It speaks of its leaders, its struggles, its achievements in science and art, and its rich cultural heritage. These coins are not just for numismatists, who are people that study and collect coins. They are for every Indian. They are a way for all of us to learn about our history and feel a sense of pride in our shared identity. They serve as a constant reminder of the journey our great nation has taken over the decades. This essay will take you on a journey through the fascinating history of India's commemorative coins. We will start from the early years after independence, when the first regular coins were designed. We will then travel through each decade, exploring the beautiful and meaningful coins that were created. We will learn about the people they honored, the events they marked, and the stories they told. We will also discover how these coins are made and which ones have become the most sought after by collectors. Join us as we explore how these small metal discs capture the grand story of modern India. After India gained independence on August 15, 1947, the country needed its own currency. The old coins from the British era, which featured the portrait of the British monarch, were no longer suitable. India was now a sovereign nation, and its coins needed to reflect this new identity. So, the process of designing new coins began. This was a very important task. The new currency had to represent the values and spirit of a free India. For the first few years, from 1947 to 1950, the British-era coins were still used. But the government was busy planning a new series of coins that would be truly Indian. The first coins of the Republic of India were introduced on August 15, 1950. This was a historic moment. The most significant feature of these new coins was the main design on the obverse, or the front side. The government chose the Ashoka lion capital as the national emblem. This powerful symbol, taken from a pillar erected by Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BCE, represents courage, power, and confidence. It has 4 lions standing back to back, but only 3 are visible on the coin. Below the lions, the words Satyameva Jayate, which means truth alone triumphs, were inscribed. This emblem became the standard for all Indian coins. During this period, from 1950 to 1963, India did not issue any commemorative coins. The focus was on establishing a stable and uniform currency system for the entire country. The coins were simple, yet elegant. They featured the Ashoka lion capital on one side and the coin's value, or denomination, on the other. The value was written in Hindi and English, along with the year it was made. This era is sometimes called the pre-commemorative period. It was a time when the foundations of India's modern coinage were laid, creating a system that would later be used to issue special commemorative coins. In 1957, India made another important change to its currency system. It moved from the old Anna series to the decimal system. Before this, 1 rupee was divided into 16 annas, and each anna was divided into 4 paise. This was a complex system. The new decimal system was much simpler. 1 rupee was now equal to 100 new paise, which were later just called paise. This change required a whole new set of coins to be designed and minted. The coins from this period, featuring the Ashoka lion capital, set the stage for the commemorative issues that would soon follow in the next decade. The year 1964 was a sad one for India. The nation's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, passed away on May 27th. Nehru was a towering figure in India's freedom struggle and the architect of modern India. He was loved by the people, who affectionately called him Chacha Nehru. The entire country mourned his loss. The government of India wanted to pay a special tribute to this great leader. They decided to honor his memory in a unique and lasting way. For the first time in its history, the Republic of India decided to issue a commemorative coin. This was a landmark decision that would start a new chapter in Indian numismatics. The coin was issued on November 14, 1964, which was Nehru's 75th birth anniversary. It was a very special occasion. The coins were released in 2 denominations, 1 rupee and 50 paise. The design was simple yet powerful. One side of the coin featured the familiar Ashoka lion capital, which was the standard for all Indian coins. The other side, however, was completely new. It showed a portrait of Jawaharlal Nehru facing to the left. His name was inscribed in both English and Hindi, along with the years of his life, 1889 to 1964. This was the first time an Indian coin featured the image of a person. The release of the Nehru coin was met with great enthusiasm by the public. People were eager to own a piece of this special tribute to their beloved leader. The coins were not just seen as money, they were viewed as keepsakes, reminders of a man who had dedicated his life to the nation. This first commemorative issue was a huge success. It showed that coins could be more than just a medium of exchange. They could also be powerful tools for honoring national heroes and preserving their memory for future generations. The Nehru coin set a precedent for all the commemorative coins that would follow. This first step was very important. It opened the doors for a new tradition in Indian coinage. The success of the Nehru coin encouraged the government to think about other great personalities and important events that could be celebrated in a similar way. It proved that there was a public appetite for these special issues. The 1964 coin was more than just a tribute to Nehru. It was the birth of a new way for India to tell its story. It marked the beginning of a long and fascinating journey of capturing the nation's history, culture, and achievements in metal. After the successful launch of the Nehru coin in 1964, India began to issue more commemorative coins. The rest of the 1960s saw only one more major commemorative issue. This was in 1969 to celebrate the 100th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. This was a very significant coin. It honored the man who led India to freedom through non-violence. The coins were issued in several denominations, from 20 paise to 10 rupees. The design featured a portrait of Mahatma Gandhi, also facing left, similar to the Nehru coin. This issue solidified the tradition of honoring India's greatest leaders on its currency. The 1970s was a decade where the themes for commemorative coins became more diverse. India started celebrating more than just national leaders. The focus expanded to include progress and development. One of the most important themes was food security. In 1970, a coin was issued to mark the theme Food for All. This highlighted the importance of agriculture and the Green Revolution, which was helping India become self-sufficient in food production. In 1973, another coin with the theme Grow More Food was released. These coins showed that the nation was proud of its achievements in feeding its large population. The 1970s also saw coins celebrating social themes. In 1975, a coin was issued for International Women's Year. This was a powerful statement about the importance of women's equality and empowerment in the nation's development. A few years later, in 1979, a coin was released for the International Year of the Child, with the theme, Happy Child, Nation's Pride. These coins reflected India's commitment to social progress and its alignment with global initiatives promoted by the United Nations. They showed a country that was not just looking inward, but was also an active participant in the global community. During this period, the designs of the coins also began to evolve. While portraits were still used for honoring individuals, more symbolic designs were created for thematic issues. For example, the food-themed coins featured sheaves of wheat, and the coin for the International Year of the Child showed a playful design with a boy and a girl. These coins from the 1960s and 1970s laid a strong foundation. They established the key themes that would continue to appear on Indian coins for decades to come, honoring leaders, celebrating national progress, and promoting social values. They were a true reflection of a young nation finding its voice. Section 5. The 80s and 90s, a tapestry of culture and events. You know, the 1980s was a decade of great expansion for Indian commemorative coins. The variety of subjects and the frequency of new issues increased significantly. The themes became even more diverse, touching upon sports, wildlife, and important national events. A major highlight was the 1982 coin issued for the 9th Asian Games, which were held in New Delhi. This was the first time a major sporting event was featured on an Indian coin. The design showed the Jantar Mantar Observatory, which was the logo for the Games. This coin was very popular and brought commemorative coins to the attention of a much wider audience. The decade also continued the tradition of honoring important figures and anniversaries. In 1985, a coin was issued to commemorate the Golden Jubilee, or 50th anniversary, of the Reserve Bank of India, the country's central bank. This coin featured the bank's logo, which includes a tiger and a palm tree. Another significant issue was the coin for Indira Gandhi in 1985, released after her assassination. This was similar to the Nehru coin, serving as a national tribute to a leader who had a profound impact on the country. The 1980s also saw coins celebrating rural women and forestry, showing a growing awareness of environmental and social issues. The 1990s continued this trend of diversification. The themes became a rich tapestry that wove together India's history, culture, and struggle for freedom. In 1992, a coin was issued to mark the 50th anniversary of the Quit India movement, a pivotal moment in the freedom struggle. In 1997, the country celebrated 50 years of independence with a special coin issue. These coins were powerful reminders of the nation's journey to sovereignty. The 1990s also saw coins dedicated to cultural figures, such as the 1996 coin for the poet Saint Thiruvalluvar, and coins celebrating historical events, like the 1999 coin for Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This period also saw more complex and artistic designs. The coins were no longer just simple portraits or symbols. They often depicted scenes or combined multiple elements to tell a story. For example, the Quit India movement coin showed a procession of freedom fighters. The coin for Subhas Chandra Bose, issued in 1997 for his birth centenary, featured a striking portrait of him against the backdrop of the Indian flag. The 1980s and 90s were truly a golden age for themes. They established commemorative coins as a canvas for celebrating every aspect of India's identity, from its ancient history to its modern aspirations. Section 6. A New Millennium, the 2000s and 2010s in Metal. As India entered the 21st century, the world of its commemorative coins continued to grow and evolve. The 2000s saw a steady stream of new issues, with an even greater emphasis on celebrating India's rich heritage and institutions. The decade began with a coin in the year 2000 to honor the 50th anniversary of the Supreme Court of India. This celebrated one of the key pillars of Indian democracy. The designs in this decade often became more intricate, packing more detail into the small metal canvas. Coins were released to mark the birth anniversaries of leaders like Veer Savarkar and Lal Bahadur Shastri. A notable feature of the 2000s was the celebration of philosophical and spiritual leaders. In 2006, a coin was issued for the 2550th Mahaparinirvana of Lord Buddha, a significant event for Buddhists around the world. This showed India's role as the birthplace of major world religions. Another beautiful coin was released in 2004 for the 150th anniversary of the Department of Posts, celebrating the vital role of the postal service in connecting the nation. The themes were becoming more specific, honoring not just people, but also the institutions and ideas that have shaped the country over many years. The 2010s marked a significant shift in the physical appearance of some commemorative coins. This was the decade when the bimetallic 10 rupee coin became a popular choice for commemorations. These coins, with a golden-colored outer ring and a silver-colored inner disc, were visually striking. One of the most prominent examples was the coin issued for the 19th Commonwealth Games held in Delhi in 2010. This coin, much like the Asian Games coin of 1982, was widely circulated and brought renewed attention to coin collecting. The themes in the 2010s were incredibly varied, celebrating everything from the 150th birth anniversary of Rabindranath Tagore to the 100th anniversary of the Komagata Maru incident. This decade also saw a large number of coins dedicated to anniversaries of institutions and historical events. Coins were issued for the 150th anniversary of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, the Khadi and Village Industries Commission, and the 60th anniversary of the Indian Parliament. The 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda in 2013 was marked with a very popular coin. The 2010s really demonstrated how commemorative coins had become an official way for the entire nation to pause and reflect on its history, its culture, and the foundations of its modern society. Each coin was a lesson in civics and history. The 2020s have, continued the vibrant tradition of Indian commemorative coins, reflecting contemporary themes and marking significant national and global events. This decade began with a strong focus on celebrating India's journey and its key institutions. For instance, coins were planned to celebrate the 75th anniversary of India's independence, known as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This series of celebrations was designed to honor the people, events, and ideas that have contributed to India's progress. The coins associated with this theme serve as a powerful reminder of the nation's long and inspiring journey from colonial rule to a global presence. The themes in the 2020s also reflect a growing appreciation for India's scientific and cultural contributions. Coins have been issued to mark the anniversaries of important scientific bodies and to celebrate cultural milestones. For example, a coin was released to commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of S.P. Mukherjee, a prominent academic and politician. The decade has also seen a continuation of honoring spiritual leaders and historical figures who have shaped the nation's moral and ethical fabric. These coins connect the present generation with the wisdom and sacrifices of the past, ensuring that their legacies are not forgotten. The designs of the coins in the 2020s often feature modern minting techniques, resulting in sharp details and sophisticated artistry. The government continues to use these coins to mark significant global events in which India plays a role, such as the G20 summit hosted by India in 2023. A special coin was issued to mark this occasion, showcasing India's growing influence on the world stage. Today, on October 17, 2025, we can look back at the first 5 years of this decade and see a clear trend, using coins to build national pride and to communicate India's story to both its own citizens and the world. As we move further into the 2020s, we can expect this tradition to continue with even more creativity. Future coins may celebrate India's achievements in space exploration, digital innovation, and its commitment to environmental sustainability. The commemorative coins of this decade are not just pieces of metal. They are contemporary artifacts. They capture the spirit of a new India, a nation that is confident, forward-looking, and deeply connected to its rich and diverse heritage. They are a testament to the fact that even in a digital age, the physical act of minting a coin to mark history remains a powerful and enduring gesture. The journey of a commemorative coin begins long before it is struck. It starts with the choice of metal. Over the years, India has used a variety of metals for its coins. The very first commemorative coins for Nehru and Gandhi were made of pure nickel. Later, other alloys were introduced. Cupro-nickel, which is a mix of copper and nickel, became a common choice for many coins because it is durable and has a silvery appearance. For lower denomination coins, metals like aluminum bronze and ferritic stainless steel have been used. The choice of metal often depends on the coin's value and the cost of the raw materials at the time. Commemorative coins are produced at India's 4 government mints. Each mint has a unique mark to show where the coin was made. The mint in Mumbai, formerly Bombay, uses a small diamond shape below the year. The Kolkata, formerly Calcutta, mint has no mint mark, meaning the space below the year is blank. The Hyderabad mint uses a 5-pointed star. And finally, the Noida Mint, which was established in 1988, uses a small dot. By looking for these tiny marks, a collector can identify the origin of their coin. This adds another layer of interest to coin collecting, as some coins from a particular mint might be rarer than others. Apart from regular circulation coins, the mints also produce special uncirculated, or UNC, and proof sets for collectors. UNC coins are minted with higher quality standards than regular coins but are not as perfect as proof coins. They are usually sold in special packaging. Proof coins are the highest quality coins a mint can produce. They are struck multiple times using specially polished dies, which gives them a mirror-like background and a frosted, detailed design. These proof sets are often sold in elegant boxes, with a certificate of authenticity. They are true masterpieces of the minting art, created for serious collectors. The process of creating a commemorative coin is a work of art and precision. First, an artist creates a design based on the theme. This design is then sculpted into a large plaster model, which is used to create the dies that will strike the coins. Blanks, which are round, plain metal discs, are fed into a high-pressure press. The dies then strike the blank with immense force, instantly impressing the design onto both sides of the coin. For bimetallic coins, the process is even more complex, involving the assembly of the inner and outer rings before striking. This entire process ensures that each coin is a perfect tribute to the subject it honors. While most commemorative coins are affordable and can be found in circulation, some have become very rare and valuable over time. Their value is not determined by the metal they are made of, but by their rarity and the demand from collectors. A coin's rarity can be due to several factors. Sometimes, a very small number of coins were minted for a particular issue. At other times, a coin might have an error, such as a misprint or being struck with the wrong die. These error coins are often unique and are highly sought after by numismatists, who are willing to pay a high price for them. One of the most famous and valuable Indian commemorative coins is the 1982 Asian Games 1 rupee coin with a specific mule error. A mule coin is an error coin that has the obverse, or front design of one coin, and the reverse, or back design of another. In this case, some 1 rupee coins for the Asian Games were accidentally struck with the reverse die of a 2 rupee coin, which had a different design for the value. These mule coins are incredibly rare, and their value in the collector's market is thousands of times their face value. Finding one is like finding a hidden treasure. Another category of valuable coins includes those that were minted in very low numbers, especially from a particular mint. For example, some commemorative issues from the 1990s and 2000s were minted in very small quantities at the Noida Mint. Collectors who try to build a complete set of coins from every year and every mint often find these Noida Mint coins the hardest to get. As a result, coins like the 1996 Subhas Chandra Bose 2 rupee coin from the Noida Mint can be quite valuable. The value comes from the simple economic principle of high demand and low supply. It is important to remember that the value of these coins is not just monetary. For many collectors, the real value lies in the thrill of the hunt and the joy of completing a collection. Each rare coin has a story, whether it's the story of a minting error or the story of a low mintage issue. These coins are the holy grails for Indian coin collectors. They represent the pinnacle of the hobby and are a source of great pride for those who own them. They prove that even the smallest objects can hold immense value, both in terms of money and historical significance. In conclusion, India's commemorative coins are far more than just currency. They are miniature monuments that we can hold in our hands. Each coin is a chapter in the story of modern India, a story that begins with the hope of a newly independent nation and continues to this day. From the first coin honoring Jawaharlal Nehru to the modern issues celebrating India's global achievements, these metal discs serve as a timeline of our nation's journey. They celebrate our heroes, mark our milestones, and reflect our deepest values. They are a constant and accessible source of history for every citizen. These coins are also powerful symbols of unity. In a country as diverse as India, with so many languages, cultures, and traditions, commemorative coins create a shared sense of identity. When a coin is issued to celebrate Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, or a festival like Diwali, it resonates with people across the entire country. It reminds us of the common heritage and the shared principles that bind us together as a nation. They are a form of national communication, speaking a universal language of respect and remembrance that everyone can understand and appreciate. For collectors and hobbyists, these coins provide an endless source of joy and learning. The pursuit of collecting teaches patience, attention to detail, and a deep appreciation for history and art. It connects people from different walks of life who share a common passion, but their importance goes beyond the world of numismatics. For a child who receives a special coin, it might spark a lifelong interest in history. For a student, it can be a tangible link to a lesson learned in a textbook. They make history feel real and personal. Ultimately, the legacy of India's commemorative coins is their ability to preserve memory and inspire pride. They ensure that the stories of our nation's struggles and triumphs are not lost to time. They are passed down from generation to generation, carrying with them the spirit of the people and events they represent. Every time we encounter one of these special coins, we are reminded of who we are as a people and the incredible journey our nation has undertaken. They are, quite literally, a pocket full of history, a constant and enduring testament to the rich and vibrant story of India.